Hi, I'm Fran from Training Kings, and today I'm delighted to be here with Michelle Thompson from True Grace Creations, and she's the founder and the director, and we're going to be having an interview where she'll be sharing about her journey with Training Kings. So, welcome Michelle.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. So let's start off first of all, how did you first hear about Training Kings?
With Training Kings, I have a niece that heard about it first.
Yeah.
She got really excited. We've got to go to this networking, this Christian networking group. At that time, I'd never heard about networking or anything like that before. So I said, yeah, that's fine. And she told me that it started 7:30. I thought, oh, 7:30 in the evening would be nice. She says, no, it's 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm not too sure about this, but I thought, yeah, she was really excited about it. I'll go along and have a look. Not knowing what to expect.
Sure.
Got there, and that was the turning point for me. I got there, the most friendliest people that I'd ever met. A room full of business people that just wanted to help each other, and that's when I learned what the real networking was all about.
Yeah.
It's not just you trying to sell, but it's how can you help others on their journey in business. So I was really taken aback by Training Kings and their ethics.
Excellent, great. So it was the Wolverhampton launch that you first came to, wasn't it?
Launch,
7:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And I think to be able to come out to that sort of event anyway speaks volumes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a level of commitment and dedication, and I'm going to really see what this is about. And did you plan to get more involved, or were you just coming just to have a look?
Just to have a look. That's all it was. Because I'd never heard about anything like that. The mere fact that it started that early in the morning for me as well, it was like, oh, is it something that I would be able to commit to?
Sure.
So I'll just go along, have a look. They're launching, so a launch of any new thing is usually good. Anyway, so let's just have a look, and that was my first thought.
Great. And I guess just to help people understand a little bit more about your current circumstance, what was happening for you? And we're going back now, probably about 2 years, aren't we?
Yes, yeah.
So, what were you doing work-wise?
At the time, I was in full-time employment as a marketing manager at a housing association, a housing group in Wolverhampton. Loved my job.
Yeah.
I had my hobby that I was doing. Obviously part-time, fitting it around work. Got my regular customers that would buy from me. They for years had always told me how wonderful my cards and gifts were.
Sure.
And were always telling me to go into business with it, but I thought, no, that's not for me. People like me don't go into business.
Yeah.
That was the sort of mindset I had at the time.
Yeah, and I think that's quite common, isn't it? For various reasons, we work full time. We're told, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and then when you're in a good job, stay in it and keep progressing, which is fantastic. And I've come from a similar background as well, so I completely understand. But sometimes then we think that business isn't for us, or that it's not going to work out as well as perhaps for other people as well. But what for you were some of the things that changed your mind in relation to that thought?
For me, going to Training Kings, they made it, the things that I was learning, just made it, they broke it down in a way that made it simple to start. It's because you see people in business and you think, oh, they've got loads of money, that's why they've started the business, because they've got all the backing behind them, or they've got, they're educated to a certain degree, and they've got all these contacts. And so I thought I didn't have all of that, but at Training Kings it was like, if you have an idea, that's all you need. An idea. There are people around that will help you.
Sure.
Help you with that idea and turn it into a business, and a thriving business at that. Yes.
And was there anything in particular in terms of perhaps some of the presentations or some of the speakers that were quite instrumental in your learning or in your development?
At Training Kings, it was the first time I met Sonny Leeds. Amazing person, full of energy. Loved his energy, and one of the first things he talked about was financial freedom, because up until that point I didn't understand what financial freedom meant. I thought it was, oh, you've got millions in the bank, and but it wasn't about that. It was about not being in debt and being able to cover all your outgoings each month, and the multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
So when I learned the true meaning of financial freedom, it was right. Okay, I need to put some of these things in place. So he talked about having the 6 bank accounts. So I did all of that.
Well done.
Had the play money and the investment money, and the education fund, all of that. So I put all of these financial tips in place, and found out that it was so important to invest in me.
Yeah.
And I think that's where people don't realise that if you start investing in yourself, that knowledge is power, they say.
Yeah.
So from that, and Training Kings is an investment, because you do pay your subscription to it, and that was the best investment that I ever made.
Yeah.
Because yes, I was able to gather so much information from different speakers. So Samuel was one. There was goal setting. I remember a speaker talking about goal setting. So that's when I started, right, well, where do I want to be in 12 months' time?
Sure.
And so by setting these goals, I knew that no later than December 2017 that I would be giving up my full-time job to start my own business, and that is exactly what I did. It took me till that time to think, to get to that, and it's because I put all these goals in place, dated them all, which I learned from Training Kings. I put a date next to everything, and ended up actually sticking to my goals.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
And giving up my job in December last year.
Well, and many congratulations on that, because that was obviously such a massive decision and a massive change as well. But I know, because you've not just heard what we speak about Training Kings and the different speakers, but you've actually then put it into action, and that's the key, isn't it? It's doing what you've been advised and taught to do as well.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit more about your business.
So I create handmade gifts and cards. I call them little handfuls of joy, because that's what I'm trying to create. So they are not your ordinary run-of-the-mill mass-produced printed cards. They are mantelpiece please, as I call them. So I get customers calling me all the time saying, that card that you made 4 or 5 years ago, I've still got it. I've still got it up. Their birthday has come and gone, and they've still got. So they're cards that make you feel special. There's something about them that you want them up all the time. You want everybody to see them. So they'll have a prominent place in the house, so that people can walk past and see them and comment on them. That kind of.
Excellent, and I can vouch firsthand, having received a card that I was blessed with for my birthday, but actually over the 2 years within the Wolverhampton Training Kings events on a Saturday morning, people have actually bought your cards and gifts, and one of the things that always strikes me is that they've said how just such an amazing person you are to work with, because you really listen to what they say. And then you have, and again, as a child of God, by the grace of God, the ability to turn their idea into a gift that they would never have dreamed was possible. And there's been some lovely reports of just the impact of your cards as well.
I remember Samuel ordering mine, and to me that was just such an honour that Samuel would place an order with me, and all he had was an idea. As I think it was the first wedding anniversary gift for his wife. And again, as you said, because I like when I'm doing the personalised gifts, it's capturing that person's personality in the gift or in the card. So it was just an honour to make for him, and he was so blown away by it. I was so happy that it was exactly what he wanted. Amanda loves it, she said. So they have commented
excellent.
How beautiful it was.
That's really good. And I think for someone who's creative as well, it's understanding that Training Kings is a place for creatives. You know, yes, we've got those who are perhaps accountants, and we've got people who are into property. You know, the scope of businesses is really, really vast, and we do have creatives, and there's a place for creativity in business networking, isn't there?
Yeah, creativity in the, yes. So I've used my creativity across all different parts of the business to take it forward.
Yeah. And what about you personally? Do you think you've had some personal developments, and how have you changed perhaps from being a part of Training Kings?
Personal development, Training Kings has made me more confident. I remember the first time going to Training Kings and being told that you all get your 60 seconds to pitch your business. I thought, because that is way out of my comfort zone to actually stand up in front of strangers and talk about me. I remember getting up and probably staring at the floor the whole time, just, you know, mumbled a few words, because all I was thinking about was sitting down and, you know, just because I'm used to fading into the background. So Training Kings has helped me to become more confident. I'm now, you know, quite bold standing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You remember the day when I said the name of the business and was quite excited and bold with it. So that has helped. Training Kings has helped me in my confidence.
Excellent. And I think, you know, one of the points you touched on was the first time you stood up and said the name of your business, because, you know, coming to and joining a business networking is not because you've got your business in place and your business plan and the cards and everything. If you're at the start of your journey, you know, it's a supportive network to help you along the whole journey. And I will never forget that day that you stood up and said, I'm Michelle Thompson from True Grace. It was called Cards of Time, wasn't it?
Yes.
And it was like, wow, it was just such a transformation. And now to have a name for your business that then has further evolved is just remarkable. And so, yeah, it's been a delight to see that journey as well. Really, really great. So what does the future hold? What's next?
Now that I've given up my day job and I can concentrate on this full time, I'm looking to start the website, turn the website on in March. I was hoping, the social media side of it will start off first, and then I'll that will be the coming soon, and that'll be the lead up to the switching on of the website where I'll be open to the general public. I was hoping to do this switch to my first messages and Facebook, Twitter, probably some others at the next Wolverhampton Training Kings.
Excellent.
Probably do it from there, and then if it was possible with Training Kings in April to actually have these turning on of the website.
Yeah. We'd love to be part of your journey.
I think it's only fitting that Training Kings, who sort of gave me the belief, helped me to believe in myself and go forward with this, would join me in that switching on of the,
absolutely,
the website.
Honoured to be a part of that, because it's a journey and it's a relationship. And one of the things I would say about you, Michelle, is that you've been committed and you've been consistent, and that's been really, really great to see, because at the end of the day, you know, I always feel that a business journey is never just straight. There's ups and there's downs, and there can be some challenges along the way, and not just in business, in life, because that is how life goes. But yet you've just been consistent and you've stuck at it. I think you've only missed a couple in 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. I missed 2 because I was sick, or I was away on another event. But I'm so excited when I know that it's the weekend for Training Kings, because they learned so much. So so also once the cards and the gifts are up and running, that's it's selling online. I will start off online. If I can get into gift shops, then that's something that I'll look at as well. A few churches have approached me to stock cards in the churches as well. Crafting helped me when I was sort of in a low place. It was something that I could do that would take my mind off what I was going through at the time. So it helped me not to sink into depression, if you like. Yeah,
absolutely, because it's very therapeutic, isn't it? All that
very,
creativity
very
as well.
And we're living in an age where there's a lot of mental illness that's banding about now. People off work, with stress. I'm thinking, let's put something on that people can come sit and make things, create things, and take their minds off all of that. So that's one of the other things that I'm looking into at the moment.
That sounds fantastic, really exciting. And I guess that's also the beauty of being able to be free when you run your own business, because the time is yours to manage how you want to manage it. And one of the things that we really share about within Training Kings is that yes, we want people to be successful, become financially free, make lots of money, but also it's so that they can have time and resources to fulfill what God has called them to do. However, in whatever capacity that looks like. So to run workshops then is that more giving back and more ministry aspects of your business as well. So definitely look forward to hearing more about that as well. So really, really exciting. And I guess as we just end, what would you say to somebody who's perhaps watching our interview and saying, what perhaps they were where you at 2 years ago, working full time and loving the job, fantastic, but not sure if business is for them, but they've got a little idea, like that little seed of I might do something.
The advice I would give, looking at how my journey worked out, is to get yourself around the right people.
Yeah.
Because you can be around the wrong people that you're telling your ideas to, telling your dreams to, and they're crushing them, they're killing your dream before you can even get it off the ground. So if you get around like-minded people that want to see good, want to see you grow, and actually want to see your business success become a success, then the ideas start flowing more as well. You'll find yourself around people that even if they personally can't help you, they know someone who knows someone that can help you. And that's where Training Kings was so important for me, because once I got myself around like-minded people that all started from somewhere as well. They all had that idea and then progressed it to successful businesses. So they've had all the pitfalls, they've done most of the journey and still learning, but they can stop you from making some of the mistakes that perhaps they made. So you really have to get around the right people. Invest in yourself, that's so important. Some people will look at going to Training Kings and having to pay that monthly subscription as, can I really afford to do that? You can afford it. It's a small fee, and the people that you will get to meet and people that will help you along the way, it's priceless. It really is priceless. So just invest in yourself. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely, that's what we say.
Get yourself around the right people.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. And I think just when you said getting around the right people, that's also encouragement as well, because you come regularly to Wolverhampton and we've formed quite a tight community as well. And I love seeing the interactions, I love the catching up, and also even the accountability, how are things going that people will share with one another. And we genuinely are there to support each other and pray for each other, and help people on their journey. So great, thank you so much for sharing.
It's been a pleasure.
We are so thrilled at your journey, and congratulations on the success, and we pray for continued success as you keep growing with True Grace Creations. Look forward to seeing it in shops, online, and everywhere else. Thanks once again, Michelle.
Thank you.